Testing. We're live apparently. Nice. Should be on all the channels. Just double check. Twitch TV. Let's go. Let's see. Dashboard. Chat's showing up. That's good. That's good. Alright. Oh no, that's offline. That's not good. Did we break something? Did Restream break? Oh no, it's just slow. Classic Restream. That's how it goes. Alright, online. That's online. I'm doing Restream today because last stream I only did Twitch and I got like one viewer and I'm pretty sure it was me. But that's okay. Alright. Chat's up. It's nice they added the chat to OBS, like the little plugin has chat built into it for Restream right in. That's cool. Alright. Hello everyone. Today I'm going to be painting along with Bill Alexander because yesterday was his birthday. So I'm going to be doing, I got two canvases here. I picked two of the YouTube videos to paint along with, and we're going to be doing this one, which is Morning Kind of Mountain, and it is, I don't remember what season. I think it's season 1 episode 4 or 5, but it only uses a few colors, so yellow, red, and blue. And Bill says in this episode, he says yellow, red, and blue will do all the time. But I gotta pull the video up real quick. Search Bill Alexander. I'm not sure if I said it yet, but the first one I'm doing is a Morning Kind of Mountain, and it's just a nice big mountain in the background. He does highlight the mountain from the left side, which will be interesting. Normally I do it on the right side. There he is, the legend, Bill Alexander. And I'm using, these are Daniel Smith water-soluble oils. Last time I used Lucas Berlin's. I'm trying to use up all the random brands of paint that I bought for those review videos. And I found the good one that I like is Grumbacher, but we'll use that. We'll use those eventually once I used up all these other colors. Alright. What's Bill doing right now? He's just covering the canvas in Magic White. If you haven't tried Alexander Magic White, it's actually really nice. They put lavender in it, so it smells kind of like aftershave or something. It's pretty good. I like it. Normally I'm used to my titanium white or Magic White. It smells like, I don't know, like oil, motor oil or something. It's not something you want to breathe in all the time. All right, there we go. In my canvas, I said, canvas is already primed with liquid white, which is just a jar that I made of white and linseed oil. All right, let's take off whatever extra white we had on here. I guess we did have a little bit more than we needed. Just take it off. There we go. Let's see. We're good. Never mind. I'm going to take some blue, it looks like. And Bill moves a lot faster than other painters, so if you're not ready, you're going to miss something. All right, blue. Ooh. All right, he's just going all the way across with just lay this blue paint. I think this is just the background for the mountain. He doesn't even put a sky in as far as I remembered. And if you get lines on the corners like this, if you go over them very lightly, it gets rid of them. But if you push hard, they'll show up. All right, a little bit blue. Put some water in it, looks like. There we go. He's going all the way across. He's not even. Normally Bill or Bob Ross he'll do the left and right side, but it looks like Bill's just going. He's just going in. He's just putting blue all over down here. All right. Looks nice, pretty. And then he blends up a little bit. He says, "Let's start." Okay. We haven't started yet. Oh, nice, yeah. Yeah, Bob. Yeah, he was hard to keep up with. All right. Well, what's Bill doing? Red? Red and blue? Okay. Bill he doesn't call it the colors he's using, so it's kind of hard. You just have to guess. I think that's red and blue. All right. A little bit of paint on the knife. All right, what are you doing, buddy? Oh, man. I need some white in here. He has some white in his. There we go. And these Daniel Smith paints are a little sticky, so I'm not quite used to that, but that's okay. Oh man, he already did the mountain. We're behind. Throw it in, just fire it in. That's what he says. Don't even think about it. Just make a shape that looks like a mountain. Holy crap. He's already halfway through. Speed mountain, speed mountain. Oh man. What a blast. All right, he's got something over here. Let me make this a little pointier. All right, he's got one peak, two peak, and then he's got another one over on the left. Okay, we got to do this little one. I'm just going little circles to kind of blend out the bottom. If I remember, Bill didn't. Oh, he just taps the bottom. He doesn't do what Bill or Bob does. He pulls down, but Bill's different. He's just tapping the bottom to make some mist. I'm just trying to follow the shape of the points that I have up there. It doesn't have to be exact if you don't want it to be. And then he's blending it down. There we go. That's something. That was fast. I wasn't ready for that. All right. Gonna clean this. Just wipe off the paint. Off some more. And I'm just going to blend this out, it looks like. There we go. White and mountain color. That's what we're going to use to highlight. Off-white. Or as Bill says, off-white. Use the off-white. More white. There we go. Can't really tell a difference between those two, but I hope they're different. We'll see. He's doing the left side. Ooh, that's going to be... We'll see how this goes. Ooh, this is sticky paint. I like that. Very good for mountains. Holy cow. Look at that. And then he did a little one over here. Just a little tiny one. It's not a big mountain. Maybe we'll do a little bit more on this side. Comes down a bit. Blend it out. There we go. Is this pink? I can't tell. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. There we go. Just making little highlights on the mountain.
See, now you can use the texture.
It doesn't really matter, like what you do at this phase. You can always blend it out, cover it up.
Put a bit of blue and white together.
All right, let's clean this guy off.
And
He said blue and white,
so wonderful
so we have blue
the shadow side.
and a little bit of white. That's probably enough that's already on the knife there.
Happy blue.
Yeah, that's good enough.
This is perfect there.
There we go. Maybe a little darker. Blend that up. Ooh, that's an interesting color there. Happy blue.
Here I put it this way.
It's pulling down to the right. Okay,
This way. And here I
let's
put
see.
it
We should
this
start up
way.
here.
So that means you go with the figures or with the form of that mountain.
And we're just
That makes it
trying to
very
make the
nice
back
too.
shadow side of the mountain here.
And a bit of blue. That's so good there.
There we go.
Blue, blue,
And some more blue. Yeah, more blue up here.
and make sure as it breaks.
Oops.
Shows you all the cracks and all the like mountains are. Good, good, good. And with the fan
There we go.
you want to
Fan brush. All right, fan brush.
dim down that white a little bit. with
Some
magic
white.
See, that's what I do here. Just
There we
dim
go.
down with magic white, like this.
I like to put it on my palette first before I go into the paint.
And you can create
Thin white. I think I got blue in it.
wrist movements.
Oh well. He's putting in some mist here. He already did the whole thing. Oh my goodness.
Just roll through there.
I gotta go faster. I gotta keep up. I think in this video, Bill is 64, 65, so he's a little bit older than I am right now, but he's way faster at this.
So the next thing is
There we go.
I will
Wipe that off.
there, and it can be a little bit of green,
Get another,
but very, very careful with green.
whoops, another sheet, another towel here.
This color here, the touch of yellow into that.
All right, so he's
Just a
taking
little touch of, can you see it? Right?
this color and yellow, a little touch of yellow.
Makes it a bit of a green.
That was completely absorbed.
And I will create here the horizon line or the
Okay,
field line.
should be a little green hue here.
And now I walk up. And what you do when you walk up, it gets lighter.
There we go.
Lighter,
I think that's green. If it's not, just let me know, 'cause I don't know what I'm doing with colors here.
The white is already there, there's black. Now you get to see that you can create fields.
And we're just tapping straight line all the way across. This is like our foothills kinda. He's doing them with the fan brush. Something like that. And then as you go up, just kinda blend them up into the mountain.
Work like that, out from the dark into the light. And then the light from the canvas get into your brush and you
There we
get
go.
light out there. And then you can make your
Does that look okay? Does that look like a mountain?
create trees there, you can have this is a meadow, big fields
Thanks,
there.
I'm trying to keep up. It's Bill's going really fast. I'm not used to it. I'm used to Bob where it's like every episode's kind of mountain, 2 trees. So I kind of know what's coming. But with Bill, it's just, oh man, all kinds of stuff. A little more yellow here, a little more yellow. And I have to use a lot more yellow because I'm using Hansa yellow, not cadmium yellow. And it's a much weaker pigment. So you have to have way more of it to make the same color of yellow than you do cadmium. Maybe some more yellow. Why not? we're going straight across, making another little hill. Maybe this one's a little closer, but it's got more sunshine on it. I'm gonna tap the top kind of with this little bit of paint, make it look like there's a mid-ground in between. I think he's doing that too. Well, he's already at the bottom. Oh geez. You gotta pick up the pace. My goodness. All right, he's down here doing stuff. And we're just making, I don't know what you'd call this, plains? I don't know. Meadows? Meadows, that's the word. I'm just gonna start firing in as much land as possible. Oh, Bill. I feel like if I did this with a 2-inch brush, not the fan brush, I could keep up a little better, but Bill's doing this with the fan brush, so. Oh no, there's no one behind the cam. Well, there's Bill Alexander on my TV is behind the cam. But other than that, it's just me hanging out, and you all hanging out. All right. I don't know. Does that look okay? There might be gaps I can't really see. All right. I need to pause Bill because he's going crazy. He's making land down at the bottom already. All right. Let's catch up. So he's done this little meadow already. But he blended out the mist a little bit up top, so I'm going to go back and do that, and then I'm going to go and do what he's already at. He's working on some darker land down there. All right. Yeah, you would get carpal tunnel or something if you did that. Just boop, 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 boop. But I used to play drums a long time ago. Actually, it wasn't that long ago, but and a lot of people then would get carpal tunnel because they would just try to play as fast as possible all the time, and it's just not sustainable. You tear stuff, tear ligaments. No good. You don't want to do that. All right. Blended that. We're gonna get fan brush again. We're gonna go into blue, and I guess it's a little darker mountain color. So I'm gonna add some blue to it and then some crimson. Make it really, I think that's dark purple. Maybe a little bit of yellow here. Here we go. Yeah, that's true. That's true. All right. So, oh no. Before I do that, I noticed he did something else. He made his land go down this way. So I need to add a little bit of a triangle here to make it look like my land's going that way. And then once I have this in, there we go. It's kind of downward sloping to the right and up that way. And then once we have that in, maybe a little bit more. It's hard to see it for me, at least against the blue. There we go. Now I can I have 2 brushes there. Yeah, it's kind of like a slope. That's what he's trying to do. All right. And then I'm going to go into this a little bit and then just tap it down. He's making, I guess it's a shoreline. It's at the bottom of this slope here. It comes down. And then once I have this, I should be caught up, which is absolutely crazy that I got that far behind so quickly. Ooh. And then we're just going to tap the bottom of it. Just blend it all together. There we go. Maybe tap the tops, blend those together too. All right, there we go. Can turn Bill back on. Okay.
Now I use my big brush.
Now he's got the big brush.
I will
Oh wow.
pour this into
Okay.
the water there.
He kind of did what we were doing.
Pour that into the water.
Pull it into the water. So we're gonna take this.
See? That gives you kind of an extra water now.
There we go. I'm just pulling straight down. It looks like that's what Bill's doing here. Yeah, just pulling straight down. All the way. Is he gonna pull it left to right? Maybe.
Something like that.
I did a little bit.
But here I would like to have it a little bit bushy.
All right, now we're making some bushes.
Bushy, yeah.
Interesting. So we're gonna take this dark color, some green maybe, dark green. Just adding yellow to that, I guess purple.
Yeah, it makes it nice.
And he just
And if you want trees, you can put some trees
Pulling up.
there. See, there's
just
no
in some spots though. He's not doing it all over. Just a very, very sporadic. Just however you want trees or bushes, I guess. Oh, he's gonna. He made a big one already. Oh. I looked away for a second, and he made a tree, and he did it. How is he doing this? I haven't seen a tree made like this before. Interesting. Oh, that is an interesting way to make a tree. You just kind of push the brush in, and then turn it right and left. Looks like a nice tree. Oh, he's made 3 of them. Oh, jeez. I'm just trying to get. This is a different way to make trees. I wasn't expecting it. And then pull down, I guess. Reflect the trees. There we go. That's quite nice. And then he's adding. I'm gonna use my green brush, my bright green. I have a darker one there, but I'm gonna use my bright green one. All right, clean that up. And then he's tapping in right below. There we go. Palette knife. Yellow and red. Oh man, that just got completely destroyed. Let's try that again. It's just Hansa yellow does not hold up against other colors like cadmium red or naphthol red. Oh man. Alright, so he has yellow and the absolute smallest touch of red you can possibly do. Well, that was enough apparently. Oh, whatever. Maybe one day I'll get good at mixing colors. You put some blue in it, I think. Now it's green again. That's fine. Dark green. I feel like I can only mix 2 colors. We're just scraping in some land here, it looked like. Yeah, all the way across.
Put some stones in there, and we will use blue, red.
Scrape that out. There we go. That looks better. Maybe we'll have to catch up here in a second, but that's okay. Pull these up. Because they were a little harsh, a little too harsh for me. There we go. Now he's putting some little stones in. And I have a little tiny brush or a palette knife for this. Let's see, he's using this dark purple color. I'm just gonna put a little tiny stone right there. And then we're gonna put a little arm on him. Goes out there. Get some more of this color. Drop that in this way. Just reflect it down. I'll take the other brush and highlight this a little bit, or pull it down a little bit more. Got a bigger rock over here. There we go. Scrape that in there. Get some more. Got a little one over here. He's just hanging out. He's barely sticking out of the water. And then one more. Tiny, tiny, tiny. Back here. And then one. Just some little tiny ones back here. There we go. Ooh, nice little rocks back in here, just hanging out. Alright. That's done. I gotta get the other brush, big brush. Pull down on these. I'm using the very far right corner. I don't know. Probably can't see it from the screen. I'm using the very far right corner of the brush, pulling down. It just makes it not as powerful. There we go. And I'm going to pull this one down a little bit. These ones are so far back, they almost don't need this, but just want to be consistent. There we go. And then we'll go back with this knife and we'll get some, I guess, of this greenish color. Don't know if it matters too much. He's highlighting the left sides of these, so we're going to do that. It's got some moss on it. I think that makes sense. Just gentle pulling down to the right. There we go. And these ones, they got some moss on them, but they're so far back you can't really see them. There we go. I think we're all caught up. I think so. Unless I'm missing one. Oh, I guess I did miss one part. We're supposed to pull on the dirt just a little bit. There we go. All right. And then we're going to cut in some water lines around these stones, and I think that should be the end of this one as far as what I remember. And for that, palette knife on the palette and turn it to the right, like you're turning a door. I'm just scraping in something that looks like water around them. I'm going to put some back here so it looks like those trees are actually reflecting in something. There we go. Where else do we need these? Over here? Put some up here. Where else? Up here. Ooh, that's way too much up on that corner. We don't want that. There we go. Definitely helps to check your palette knife before you go up there, because if you have a giant glob like that, it'll show up as a giant glob on there, so you don't want it. want that.
And that's it.
There we go.
And you see,
I'm gonna straighten this guy out a bit.
with yellow, red, and blue.
Yellow, red, and blue will do.
Enjoyed it, and thank you for watching. I love you.
Nice. That one came out pretty good. Hopefully I'm a little faster for the next one. I kind of got behind.
It is so nice to meet you home again.
All right, Bill.
And
We're gonna pause him. I gotta sign this real quick and then switch pallets out, or canvases out, and clean the pallet up. And then I'll be back shortly after that. So I'm gonna use some thin, I'm just using linseed oil. I don't have, there's like not liquid clear or anything for, where should we put this? I'll put it over here. For water mixable oils. I'm gonna sign really small. I've started signing really small because someone complained that my signature took too much space on a painting I did, and they wanted me to send it back because of that. So they didn't realize from the picture how big it was until they got it. But it happens. All right, rinse this guy out, and then I need like a screen when I'm cleaning my brushes, that I can go to this screen so people aren't just sitting there watching an empty canvas, standing up and not knowing what's going on. Right now I'm just rinsing my brushes off in water because I'm using water mixable oils, or soap and water, I guess I should say. It's got some Dawn dish soap. I started using I ordered some linseed soap. Apparently they make that and a lot of people recommended it. I haven't started using it yet, but once it arrives I'll probably give that a shot, see how it works, see if it's any good. Alright, we got this guy cleaned up. And when I'm doing this, I always try to wipe the brushes off on a paper towel first, just so I'm not, it keeps the water lasting longer, so you don't have to go clean it up or dispose of it however you do that. There we go. Good as new. So that's clean, that's clean. I'm gonna go back up here. All right. Also, if anyone has good royalty-free music to listen to in between, I could use that as well, because then I wouldn't have this like awkward pause in between. All right, that's clean, that's clean. This is signed. I guess we could take it down, get like a close-up of this one. It won't look too bad. Yeah, that's pretty good. Nice. All right, so we're gonna go put this in the back of the studio. And then the next painting I'm gonna do is Glacier Bay. I think it's mostly a palette knife. I've already primed this with liquid white, so it's ready to go. I should wipe this off first. 1 second. All right, we'll get the paper towel, wipe this guy off. And you always want to clean the edges of your canvas or easel off in between paintings. Otherwise, when you're putting white on or a different color, you might pick up some that's already up here and mess up what you were doing. It doesn't always mess it up. Sometimes it adds a different flavor to it. There we go. Wipe those off, wipe the handles off. That's good. All right, let's get this canvas again. Drop it up here. And you can kind of see it's a little shiny. The oil doesn't evaporate or anything in like any short amount of time, so you can prime a bunch of canvases and not have it dry out. You'd be okay. I think the most I did in one day was four or five canvases I had primed and just left up. All right, so let's go over here. There we go. I'm just going to be down here cleaning up my palette. You won't be able to see me. All right. Let's see. Scrape these off. And I will put these on my, I've been cutting my streams into individual videos. So if you don't have time to watch now, you can watch them later if you want. That's okay. Whatever suits you best. All right. This paint is very, very sticky. But it is better than the Lucas Berlin. I was using that for, oh man, probably 2 or 3 months. It was on sale and I bought way too much of it without testing it first. And then once I started doing a bunch of paintings with, like, this is the worst paint I've ever used in my life. Not the worst paint, but it's just not, it doesn't work well for this technique because it sticks to everything and it's just a mess. Alright, the next one is Glacier Bay. And this is season 1, episode 7. Let's see if I can find it on this YouTube. There it is. 27 minutes long. Get out of the house. That's one thing about Bill, he's very energetic. Alright, let's make sure these brushes are cleaned up too. Sometimes, I guess it doesn't hurt to wash everything off. I've cleaned up most of my brushes, just not this 2-inch brush. And this is a Trilon brush. These brushes you get at Home Depot and they hold water really well, so I can actually wash this one in between paintings and not have it puff out. But like if I wash this one, it would puff out and it wouldn't be usable. So in between paintings, I just gotta wipe it off on a towel and get most of the pigment out as much as I can. Can't get all of it out, but you can get most of it out. All right, here we go. Got that done. Got this done. Nice and clean. What colors are in this painting? Most of Bill's videos I've noticed he only uses yellow, red, and blue, which is pretty cool. This one is red, blue, 2 kinds of blue, phthalo and Prussian, titanium white, Van Dyke brown. Okay. I'm gonna need my Lucas Berlins for that because I don't have all those colors in Daniel Smith, but I have noticed that some people say you shouldn't mix the colors. Don't mix Lucas Berlins and Daniel Smith. Don't mix blah blah blah. But you can if you're just practicing. I have not noticed a problem with it. Like my paintings still dry the same. They end up looking the same. But I know some people don't like that, and that's okay. Not everybody has to like everything. So we're going to use Prussian blue, phthalo blue, some crimson, some Van Dyke brown. And for Van Dyke brown, if you don't have Van Dyke brown, because not every brand has Van Dyke brown, you can mix raw umber with ivory black or lamp black. It'll give you something similar, so you don't have to stress about not having a specific color in your brand. And if you look at the pigment on the back, I don't know if I can actually, if you could see this or not, but probably can't even see that at all. But on the back of most paint tubes, it tells you what pigment's in it. So this one's PVR7, and different brands label different colors or different pigments as certain colors. And sometimes, like, you'll notice your cadmium yellow, for example, is actually aerolite yellow, and it's not actually cadmium yellow. It's a hue, so this is something to be aware of when you're buying paints. All right, so we have black, blue, crimson. And now I need some titanium white. And I'm assuming I'm going to need quite a bit. This is a Glacier Bay, but so I'm probably just going to use most of this tube because I kind of want to throw these tubes out because they're no good. And you can tell they're no good once they start getting really hard. All right. Crimson, phthalo blue, Prussian blue, black, umber, white. Ready to go, ready to go. Sorry that took so long. Unpause Bill, hopefully. Hopefully he's, oh no. Okay, we're good. Sometimes this TV freezes up. You gotta restart it. Alright, so we're doing Glacier Bay with Bill Alexander. A very small amount of colors. Daniel Smith, mostly, except for Prussian blue. That's I'm using Lucas Wool in there. Should be okay. We'll see how it goes. But all right. Mountain scene with glaciers. In this episode, Bill's outside. He's got a bunch of chickens. You can hear him. Oh, I got some blue on there already. So that's actually good because there's water down here at the bottom. There we go. I need to get a brush beater rack like Bill has, like a little, I guess I could put it here, just beat the brush out of it. Clean it up. Contain the water. Because right now I just do it in the trash can and it kind of, sometimes it goes through the bottom of the trash can and end up with a spot on the floor. That's no good. Alright, we're going to use phthalo blue. Oh, that's way too much. A little bit of crimson. And then we're just going to go all the way across the top. There we go. And he's got like a, doing a swirl here. We're just going to make it look like a cloud. And you can blend it out too if you don't like it. I didn't like that one, so I blended them out. That's fine. We're going to go with the fan brush now. Some white, some white, as Bill says. A little bit of blue. Off-white. Fire in. Ice. It looks like ice. Something like that. And then he swirls out the bottom. There we go. Let's add some more white to that. Oh my gosh, he's already making them out. I'm just adding in some more clouds up here. I felt like they just needed some. There we go. White. Van Dyke brown. Crimson. This looks pink to me. I don't really like that. He has some blue in there too. There we go. I don't think Bill said he was using blue in this, but it has definitely looked blue to me, so I'm trying to make it blue.
This bit of a
Far away mountain.
then we can get
It's okay to like make the mountain jut out a little bit too. A lot of times people make their mountains and they just make them straight up and down, but they don't have to be.
use your big brush. Use your big brush and brush it down like this.
And you can use both sides of the palette knife too. You don't have to use just one.
Always completed.
I'm gonna wipe the knife off real quick,
Completed right.
and then
This bit white. Highlight that here.
we're just tapping out the bottom.
Oh, it's white. See?
There we go.
Completed here.
Just like that. Oh, dropped my brush.
Can you see now? Watch this here. Can you see that paint breaking?
And we're gonna go back to the palette knife,
And one almighty stroke.
grab some of this white,
Details of one almighty stroke.
and we're just gonna pull down.
Can you see the black marks here? Because that is my fingers. I have hold the knife as flat as possible. Because then you get all those details in.
There we go.
Touch of blue, I will just give
Just
it
went
in,
about on
and
that
then
side. I do need a little bit more
and yonder,
over here.
there and yonder, there. See? And now we fire right in
There we go.
the other mountain. See, I use the same colors what I have here.
I'm using this blue again.
See, that's just
Looked like he was.
and I add a little bit of power into that. See? And I make close up. That will be a close up.
I'm just pulling straight down again. Nothing,
There you go.
nothing fancy about this.
That's close up. See? You can see now I add the other mountain right in front of that mountain. And it will not look good if I had the same color. See? There's a distance.
There we go. Alright, and now he is in a little bit more blue here. That was a lot of blue. But that's kind of what he did.
See there?
Now we got this thin roll of paint again.
The ups and downs.
And he's making another mountain out in front. So that's what we're going to do.
See how nice it is to have all that creative power?
Very dark blue mountain. Unless this is purple, I can't tell.
So use your big brush again. Your big brush and fire right in like this again.
And he goes up,
Fire it like
a
this
little up,
again.
and then we go even more up.
See?
And up some more.
This paint is nice to have no paint on your brush because the Mustang you have to
And then
paint
even
over
more
it
up here.
You have to paint over it again. See?
And then I think it comes down there.
Now
Yeah, just a little bit.
highlights again on this.
It's like a flat peak here.
Light is nothing and nothing is nothing. Now why to see I highlight that
There we go.
I show you the tricks of how it's
I believe this episode is mostly palette knife, so you don't have to worry too much.
even on purpose dog. I can highlight this. See, I can do that. You see, if I would highlight this, then I wouldn't have all that, then I wouldn't have that distance there.
I'm just tapping out the bottom, kind of blend it out a little bit. Not too much though. I'm not doing the full like pull and all that.
It's here, and that's good. Just leave it like that.
There we go.
Just leave it like that. Fire and
All right, let me go back here, get the white. A little bit more white. He's just making these peaks.
Can you see that paint? It breaks nice.
Some more up here. And this one he pulled also down. This whole thing is out front. Might have been a little too much paint there. That's okay. If you go back over it a couple times, it works out. It doesn't look too bad. I know some people get mad if you say you go over the paint more than once, but you can do whatever works for you. I got one more little peak there I gotta fix up.
See, like this. And fire right from the other side, a little bit of that. Give him that little bit of medicine. What's good, makes it icy, makes it winterish. Yeah, look at that. That's beautiful.
I'm just pulling straight down on the left side, make it look like a shadow.
Even this from the wrong side, but it doesn't matter.
Alright, scrape that off. I'll pull this way out here. There we go. This gives you some nice white to work with.
See? Now you
I'm going to go back over it because that was too solid.
See, it comes out from there and it's
I wonder what would happen if I just did all this in blue, or a lighter blue, and then came back over it with white, if that would help at all. I wonder what would happen. That doesn't look too bad. There we go. These ones are kind of far away, so I'm just gonna kind of scrape them out.
The shed, the light comes here, and the shed, the side should be on this side. See, that should be on this side.
Make this one a little bit smaller.
But the light should be on this side.
Just pull down, straight down.
Even pure light.
There we go. Got some mountains here.
Pure light there.
Wipe this off. There we go. Throw that away. Whoops.
This is in the shed, this is in the light. And you get that icy.
Alright, so he's got these cliffs here. I need to pause them real quick so I can get caught up. Alright. So, this here is all one big mountain for him. One big cliff, I should say. And then in the middle here, I'm going to scrape this out actually. So I had thought it was one little mountain, but it's actually, I don't know if you can see it, but I'm gonna scrape it out. It's a valley of ice, so like a glacier, Glacier Bay. You know what I'm saying? And it's not straight white, so I'm going to try to pick up as much of this as I can. Pull it down. Because this should all be in shadow, given how the mountains are set up here. We have a shadow on both sides. This one doesn't quite look like it, but I can make it pretty easy if I just pull this down. That makes you think that this mountain is out in front, this is kind of in shadow. The slopes, I need to make those a little bit brighter too. This one will look like it's farther in the sunshine here. There we go. And then we got like a trough of ice here. All right, thanks on bye, Coromon. Thanks for joining me. Much appreciated. I'll catch you later, man. All right.
And then it rains. That's the whole thing. That's the
God.
And
Ooh, I kind of messed this up a little bit. So, can't really mess things up though. But this side needs to be a little bit lighter. Brush that out. And then we'll grab our dark blue here, and then we're going to make the bay. Icy water. Ice. Lots of ice. Frozen. And for this, you just pull straight down. There we go. Look at that. That looks cold. That's a cold, cold water. And we're going to take this bluish color, maybe. I don't like that color. I like this color. And maybe some more white. We're going to block this, push it back just a little bit. Oh wow. And then he's making another mountain. So I'm going to use this blue and this white, throw that in, get some more Prussian blue, some black. Very dark mountain. Ooh, that's a nice color. Need a lot of it because this is a very, very large mountain. Oh man. I'm going to pause them real quick so I can fill this in. But holy cow. So those nice clouds that I put in are getting covered up. We don't need them. And then we'll pull this back just a little bit. Pull that down. Let's see. This comes out right there. I might cover up even more of this mountain. It's okay if you pick up the white. I'm just pulling down up here and flatten out the paint. It'll help when you add the highlights, the flyer the paint is. If you've got a bunch of streaks in it, it's hard to flatten it out. Alright, get this. We're going straight to the bottom. There we go. Fill that all in. I'm going to take some phthalo blue here. Some of that gray color. Here we go. And we're just pulling straight down. And it's almost vertical, like straight up and down. There we go.
See, now this is right there. I feel
Clean this brush or palette knife off just a bit.
maybe something like that.
And we're throwing white into the water.
Water on this first. This and this one lies like this. See? And here
It's
you
interesting.
go. And now make water on that by this. Making it. See? This beautiful lines. That's good. That's good.
There we go.
And now you come down here, you come down here,
What's he
see,
doing
like
here?
the rim, give like a shoreline.
Oh, we're making a little shore
The
here.
water was into the ice was into the water. The ice
Maybe it
was
looks
into the
frozen.
water.
The ice is frozen across here. Something like that.
There,
chunks of ice just floating around.
Kind of a, that dog. If I wouldn't have that dog, it would not give me that beautiful feeling there. You know, run it in there. Run it in there.
There we go.
This is what we said. You make a center out of that.
I feel like this part up here might be a little too.
And just a couple easy lines like this.
There we go.
No, we will divide this here. We will divide this here.
Can't really
Yeah,
see
run
it.
that right into
That's the
water
problem.
there. And fire right into the
There we go.
See, there you
I
are.
couldn't see it at least. Maybe you could.
Mix water out of that from here on. You see, there
All right,
you
now
are.
we're turning.
Mix water out of that.
What is
And
he
then
doing?
you-
Oh Lord.
you give him a little. See that? See that? It's beautiful. Fire back. Fire forward. See, put that-
I guess we're turning all of this into water.
If you want, use a little bit of paint on it.
Looks like shadow, maybe. I don't know.
That's-
Icebergs.
And that creates kind of a. Excuse me, I have a little lump in my throat. I can get rid of it for a while. So sometimes you have to.
Throw in
You have to
something like a darker highlight here, and then even lighter with the white.
Oh, you see what happened? By doing that, you set that right into the water there. And now
More little chunks of ice here.
snow cap on there. See how nice it is? That's what the
Now we're gonna put a snow cap. That's what he called it. It's like a little cliff up here. For that, I'm just pulling left to right.
So,
Nothing fancy. Maybe there's another one up here.
if you want to,
Not as big.
then have it like this.
And then we'll highlight this guy.
See, you dress it up nice, you know. See, dress it up nice. Dress it up nice. Like that, and like that, and like that. See?
Pull this down.
Apply a little
Just pulling down and
there by
just add the white that's on the palette knife already up here. So it looks like rocks. A little more like rocks, I should say.
You see? Little forwards there.
Bill's calling them forwards? Forwards. Okay, that was very confusing.
Just go on and do it like this again. Just give that feeling it is, and here's the other coming down and do it that way. See how you create those up and downs and forward and banks?
I'm gonna go back over this part because I feel like it's too bright.
That makes a beautiful paint. Now you fire in other.
You don't want this one to be brighter than the one behind it, otherwise it'll look weird. And then he went back in. What did he do? He pulled all of this. He made a second, like maybe these blend together and come forwards. That's what he was saying, forwards. That comes forwards, now I get it. Then we pull down. Now if you pull this white down, that'll make it look like this is even in front of what was already there. So it gives it an even extra dimension. It's pretty cool. And in that amount of time, Bill's already added in another mountain. So I'm gonna add some black because this one's even farther in front. This whole area here, it looks like. Yeah, we got one up front here. I'm just scraping in some color here. And add some more here. Up here. just doing little circles with the knife to push it into the canvas.
And if you want, you can make upstrokes. You can make little upstrokes there
There we go.
on the water, on the shoreline like this.
And we got to highlight it real quick. Whoops.
This water has kind of a run off.
And then use some white and some blue, Prussian blue. Very dark blue.
The same thing, so you give it a little extra. This one I will push.
So this one's,
See, look.
he's in front.
See? Oh,
Scrape some more off. This whole side's going to be in shadow.
you can do it too. On this case here, see what I do? See what I do?
I should have done this first. I've missed it, but we got to pull this down. There we go. Almost messed that up, but we fixed it. All right. Got to pause him again. All right, so he's got this line there, and then in the background he's got what looks like another highlight of this up on this side. So this side is also in a shadow of sorts. And then this middle part is kind of dark blue. But the very tip of it is highlighted interesting. Like right here. So we got a little patch of yellow, or yellow, a little patch of white, or a patch of snow, I guess. Ice. Comes over here and then drops off. And then this background is just straight blue. We're just highlighting it. Because it's all in the background. You can't see it anyway. There we go. Alright, that's done. And then we gotta add a cove. This Bill added a cove, he called it, which is just straight white. And he went like this, and then ruined. No, not ruined. That's not even close to ruined. We haven't even begun to ruin this yet. And then we take that dark color and we fill in right here. There we go. Pull straight down. Use the rest of it. Come in, come over, pull straight down. And mush it in there. Pull down again. There we go. Look at that. Cover up that bottom right corner just a bit. Wipe this brush off. Rinse that off, wipe that off. There we go. That's good. Unpause.
Nice.
Wish I could just say unpause and it'd do it.
This inviting to walk around there. And now I will.
Need some white here.
This line's a bit more down.
He's got some white up on top.
A bit more down there. So there's everything.
Just a little bit.
Everything is going my
Not too much though.
That's nice.
Then a little bit down. Oh, that's too much. Now it's ruined. No, it's not.
And the mountain behind and here maybe.
Because now you just pull it down, that fixes it. Makes it look like it's further back.
Winterish feeling, feel what is snowing stuff.
Mixes the white with the dark color in the background. Fixes whatever problem you had.
See how it works?
Isn't that nice?
And that one.
I think that's nice.
You can still create
I feel like this looks a little weird though.
You can have another one, see a little bit of a,
Like there's a gap almost in here.
see that's coming down there, see, and then you just use a bit of dark here and run it down like this. See, that gives you extra step there again.
Oh Lord. Shouldn't have done that. That's okay. We can fix this. I fixed worse things.
See? And that will make you beautiful.
Yeah, I definitely messed that part up.
With all the glory and all the hallelujah. Maybe here we run down a little bit of a light.
I just gotta mist it together first.
So the light hits it.
To fix it, we have to break it. That's
Let it drip down.
what we're learning today.
Feel that feeling.
All right.
You hear it go again. Can you see what you do?
Blue, red.
Create those kind of steps if you want to, or saddles, or stones, or just a big
Oh,
rock
Lord.
here, and it's all
We gotta
this
make this
if you want
taller.
creative
It's the
power.
only way to fix it.
And every
Scrape
time
all
you
this
do
off.
it's painting.
I know everyone watching is like, what is happening here? Well, I messed it up because I didn't fill this in with color first.
You see? Look at that.
I wasn't paying attention.
I don't know if I ever get the second painting done like a cup.
Now I've scraped all the paint off first and come back over it.
Right into that dark there.
Have to be careful right there, but not too careful. It's still not destroyed.
See? That makes it look like that
And then wipe the knife off. Get the white, a little bit of that brown, or gray, I guess this color is. There we go.
And it just rumbling down into that water there. So what you say?
Something like this.
I did it.
I'm just going to pull this all down and add a darker color over top.
You know, you can just go on and on. The water lines, this is something you... Here, I need a little bit. Here, I need a little bit. See? Here, I need a bit extra light. Here, right there. That extra light will bring it out there.
There we go.
That's it. See, that right away, punch it right out there. That's it. I shouldn't test it anymore. I'm happy. Aren't you happy too? Did you learn something? Did you enjoy it?
Did we ruin it?
Thank you for
Maybe.
watching me.
I have no idea. I think it looks a little better than it did. There's just too much space in there. And then this part we could just fill in with ice. Maybe distant ice. And then over here fill in more ice. There we go. I'm just scraping ice across. Makes it look, I don't know, like there's a little bit more depth on it. All right. I think we're gonna call that one finished, even though it's a little wonky looking still. Maybe we shouldn't mess with it. Should we mess with it? I don't know. I'm not gonna touch it anymore. I'm gonna say, actually, there's one more small thing I wanted to do. I wanted to just touch the side of this with white. If it'll stick. Might not stick. I wanted it to look like there was light kind of just hitting that corner. And then I am going to just fix this real quick. This side needs to be as tall as the mountain there. Can't have it half as tall. It just looks weird. Okay, now we're officially done. I'm not going to touch it anymore. I'm going to sign it with linseed oil and alizarin crimson this time, just so I don't keep fiddling with it. I'm going to put it here in the dark so you can't even see it. Can't even tell that I was here. There we go. Scrub that in. I'm going to put the date, or the year, 2/2. All right. I'm going to call that one finished. Thanks everybody for joining. Always appreciated. We had 2 more viewers than last time. Thank you. That's always nice to see, some improvement. And all right. Oh, I should take it down. I don't want to close up before taking it down. Here we go. This is how we did. How do we do? Can't even see the mistakes. Yeah, that's not too bad. Pull it to the left, up, down, left, right. Looks very nice. All right. Thanks, everybody. I'll see you probably next week. I'm going to try to do this every Sunday afternoon. It seems to be the time when most people just hanging out, having fun. But yeah, thanks for watching. I will catch you next week. Bye.